Thank you so much. So positive updates. I was able to go and have a late lunch with Danielle and my mom. And yeah, your name said, unfortunately, your most evil troll literally does this to see your reaction and see you upset. Yeah, he derives enjoyment from my pain. Yeah, kind of like my original cyber stalker. Just different vibes. Whatever. But I just think that it's talking together because they've not met before. And we went to a Texas Roadhouse. Actually, I have my leftovers behind me. So I only ate about half my food. I always get the country fried steak. Like that's my go-to order there. But and that was thanks to Amanda, by the way, because she randomly super chatted for that a little bit ago. I don't remember how long ago now, but yeah, of course you have to get the rolls and cinnamon butter, right? Yeah, Texas Roadhouse is great. Danielle, so if you guys will go back in the vlog history, the fairy vlog is a vlog. I'm not high, no. Full disclosure, I only slept 2 hours. I took THC yesterday and I took an Ativan today, so, and I'm just gonna be blunt, I'm really disassociated and I've been stuck like this for a while, so, yeah, it is what it is, man.
Testing 1, 2. Can you folks hear me now? I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, we'll try reloading the video. 1 second here. I don't know what was going on.
My phone. And I worry about it disrupting.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what happened earlier tonight, but thank you for letting me know. I don't know what was going on there because the
like I said last time, like if I was actively,
I have no clue what was going on there. I really don't, because it was showing that it was picking up. But whatever, I just refreshed the window and now it's working. So,
tell y'all, I really don't care.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
But I'm not. I'm just.
That's very unfortunate.
Kind of like how back in December.
It's all right. Welcome in, everybody. Let me take a moment to welcome everybody in.
Haul video on Patreon.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. I have absolutely no clue what the issue was, but thank you for your patience, everybody. Apparently, StreamYard was acting up. Thankfully, we caught it early. I wish I knew what it was so I could stop it from happening again. But let me welcome everybody in since I finally got the audio working tonight. I'm a little bit early, so hopefully we haven't lost any content. Welcome in, Hippieista. Good to see you. Welcome in, Steady C. Nora Alizu, good to see you, friend. Yes, it has been really good, Hippieista. There's been a lot going on. Foodie's been raging like crazy. Rosie has been having this meltdown. There's been a lot going on. I'm sure. So yeah, let's just check it out, everybody. Welcome in, Jamie. Good to see you. Yikes, Capricorn Ed J. Welcome in, Fred. Good to see you. Jamie, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, right. We had some technical difficulties tonight. Those are her stars. She is a star. Let's get. All right, now you can hear me. All right, so hopefully I got everybody welcomed in. Welcome in, Havasu Mom. Hopefully you're having a great night. Well, I mean,
Patreon, and people were accusing me of faking being.
Does he have many other friends? Is that like?
I mean, I was actually just really symptomatic. So. Yeah.
So let me introduce tonight's video. Rather, let me reintroduce it because the initial introduction got muted. So there's been a lot going on in Gorlworld this week. Foodie's been raging like crazy. I got plenty of Foodie later, some really good Foodie too. Even if you're not into Foodie, this is the good Foodie rage, in my opinion. For Rosie, she had a big meltdown because she said she was going to go live last night. She canceled the live at the last minute, and she did a post. And the people, like, kind of, her audience really took it badly. They really went off about the live being canceled. So she did a post kind of going off on them, saying, back off. My brother was almost lost his life last night because the police were called, and you people are terrible, and you have no sensitivity. And she did this whole big community post, and then she went live tonight, and she chastised her audience. She cried. She ranted. And she basically explains how she is the biggest victim on the internet this week. So let's give her a chance to explain it. This is Roz talking about all of the crazy, terrible, traumatic events that occurred that stopped her from going live last night. And this is a live that she was doing earlier tonight. I rewound it to the beginning because I actually was watching this earlier when I got a chance. And so I rewound it to the part in the beginning where she really talks about the tea, the juicy bits.
Family, or Danielle's my friend. So if you want to meet Danielle in the Fairy Festival vlog, you can meet her. Like and subscribe, y'all. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a troll, fuck off.
Welcome in, little Miss Nat.
You looked cute today, hun. Like the necklace, especially. Thanks, babe. Oh yeah, let me open my app.
Welcome in, Southern Squirrel Gaming. Nutty, good to see you.
I've been planning some stuff.
Welcome in, Havasu Mom, if I missed you earlier.
I'll do that later. Oh, Mom, did you give Danielle the container for the free eggs?
Thank you for the details there, Elizu. I saw that as well, and there's a potential fabrication going on with the timeline, because the picture that she has of the police officer outside the door, you can't see the sky clearly, but it looks like it's pretty dark out. She lives in Central Florida. It doesn't get dark until fairly late. I got to check the clocks, but I want to say it gets dark pretty late, and it didn't quite match up with the times that she was quoting. I have to check some, the records of more detail, but just to add a little bit more conspiracy into the mix.
Yes, I forgot about that. Good. Okay. Hey, Lauren. But yeah, I mean, full transparency. I am on Avaban.
That's a relevant detail. That's a very relevant detail, which everybody's going to hear in a moment.
Kind of day. Anyway, yeah.
So I hope everybody's had a great week.
I kind of wanted to come on here.
Thank you so much for everybody coming in. Let me take a chance to, before we get started too much, to just welcome everybody in again. Welcome all of the subscribers, all of the members, all of the lurkers, anybody watching the replay, all my mods. All you folks are very much appreciated. If we have any new viewers tonight, say hi. We try to be friendly here to all of the new people. We always glad to have some new chatters. Excuse me. So welcome in, and hopefully you're all having a great night. We got Roz here starting us out, and later we're going to be segueing into some foodie beauty rage.
Maybe do something like chop up the cabbage or something, but I'm going to be so for real.
And hopefully the volume balance is good.
To be focused and talk and multitask today. So I think today's live might be more of a bit of a chit chat vibe. I need low pressure. I need low stakes. Because I will say, so like I was in my comments earlier this morning, technically
right on, Nutty,
before I slept a couple hours. I specifically told someone to fuck off, and that's when I realized I needed to get off the internet and go to bed.
Too many details she gives.
Yeah. I put a lot of thought into what I wanted to do, because I've been dealing with this shit before yesterday, before the day before that. I've just been dealing with like a lot of being picked at and people just being obnoxious and being overly critical of shit that just doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when it comes to non-member content, there's no fee for it. I'm making it for it to be viewed for free, so I do not understand people's entitlement to my time, people's entitlement to knowing exactly why I have to mitigate different aspects of my schedule and my life.
Let me clear this up for anybody not aware. What Rosie's referring to is last night she was going to do a live. She canceled it at the last minute, and she got some backlash from her viewers. It seemed to be pretty widespread backlash. There were a lot of likes on the comments that criticized her. I've had to cancel a live here and there. Like I understand it happens. I think with Rosie, and for anybody not familiar with the recent history, the reason why her audience is so critical of her when she does not meet her obligations is because not that long ago, barely a month, there was a lot of people who felt cheated because she promised a lot of content from this trip she was making to Texas to see her new boyfriend, Remy. And she promised all these vlogs and live streams. And then when she got there, she said, "Oh, I'm not going to do any of that. I don't feel safe. Too bad for y'all." And it was just a very hostile, confrontational mentality where she just said, I don't owe you anything. I can't believe you're so entitled to my time. right after she sold a bunch of memberships after she just got remonetized under the pretense that this was specifically going to be purchasing content. This wasn't like, hey, if you like the channel, sign up if you want to support me. This was, hey, if you want to see this content from Texas, you sign up and that's what you're going to get. To me, that's very different than saying, hey, if you like the channel, support the channel. Speaking of which, if you like the channel, you are welcome to buy memberships or send super chats. It's always very much appreciated. I do have a Cash App on my channel info tab. I don't really ever post it, but that also works. So yes, if you'd like to support the channel, you're always welcome to do so. But I think there's a big difference between saying support the channel if you like it and, hey, I have content that I'm selling. If you want to see this content, send me money and you'll get it. I hope y'all get my point on that.
To accommodate for the very long list of shit that I deal with.
Well, thank you so much, Hippieista.
To be better about managing without chronically talking about it every 2 seconds.
Thank you for your continued membership. Welcome in for another month. Glad to have you. And next week, I believe, next week we've got the not this Saturday. I think the Saturday after this one. Actually, no, it will be this Saturday. This Saturday is going to be the members stream, I believe. I'll double check the calendar. I'll figure it out. But we have the once a month members stream, and I've been covering some police cam, body cam footage. I think that's really interesting content, and it's not getting copyright struck, and it's non-Gorlworld. So I think it's been a positive choice for the member stream. So I plan to do some more of that, some true crime style content. So if that interests you, be sure to check out a membership.
And I still kind of do that anyway because there's just so many different things happening sometimes that it's impossible not to. But I am in a place right now where I'm trying to be better. While people are terrorizing me with my past by being just fucking cruel. It is just cruel. And I'm tired.
This is such an overreaction right here, and I'm glad to see that all you folks in the chat clearly see this. Exactly, Alizu. I really get that feeling as well. Rosie has been in a very confrontational relationship with her audience since the Texas vlogs that didn't come through, and she is doing anything she can to deflect and to cast herself as a victim. That's her strategy. Whenever there's a problem, Roz's strategy seems to be either it seems to be twofold. Directly come at somebody aggressively and then claim that you've been attacked and that you're a victim. That's like her entire strategy for dealing with any kind of crisis. And that's what seems to be going on here, where she's going off on people and claiming that she's been victimized all at the same time. Yes, somebody did send a pizza, which is a crappy thing to do. It's a crappy thing to do. And I want to make that clear. I don't support the idea of anybody calling police or sending pizzas. I think that's juvenile. I think that's wrong. Don't do that stuff. Anybody listening cares. But that said, don't blow it out of proportion, Rosie. Somebody sending you a pizza and causing a little bit of trouble is not the same as trying to get somebody killed. Don't conflate that.
And I'm not crying to manipulate you.
I hope she didn't take it down. The chat's already disabled.
I'm just tired.
This is so performative. This is giving the trolls what they want. And I'm just being real, Rosie. If you actually don't want these people to keep trolling you, you need to stop giving them exactly the reaction they're looking for. If I was trolling you, this would probably be my goal. To get you crying on stream like this. Not that I would, but just saying, hypothetically. It was not a paid for pizza, unfortunately.
I could have gotten hurt yesterday.
It was an unpaid pizza. It's feels very grifty, Nutty. It really does.
It's not my fault. My family doesn't blame me. So I don't know why it's changed.
And I just want to point out here, she's really blowing this out of proportion. Like, I will reiterate, I don't like people sending, like, you know, pranks, but a prank is just that. It's a prank. It's not like a life-altering crisis. It's a prank. It's annoying. It's an inconvenience, but it's ultimately not damaging. So for you to be crying and talking about how people are trying to destroy you, and they're trying to ruin your relationship with your family and trying to hurt your brother, you're if you believe this, you're giving them too much power over you. And if you're just faking for the camera, well, that's even worse.
Teachers are doing that.
Awful. I can't blame you. Oh, there's something good at the end? Because after this segment, I'll put it to the end. We'll check that.
And I made a lot of changes in how I act. I can't undo what I've done.
Perfectly said, Eliza.
Really, in the scheme of life, most of the things that I get ripped apart for are just not even a fraction. As close to the.
That's also a good thing to point out. This has been very profitable for Rosie. It's not like she's been doing this for free. She gets a pretty good chunk of money off this internet grift that she does. And it's not all just super chats and subscriptions. She gets plenty in the form of people sending her gifts. She's always opening up packages of stuff that's being sent to her through Amazon and her wish lists. And she has all these ways of monetizing her presence on the internet. And she's just always coming on here and crying, "Oh, I'm so hurt. You people are so mean to me. Send me some money to make it better."
The shit that, like, gets done to me for being a parasocial weirdo who does this or that, or whatever the fuck I did to deserve this in some of these people's eyes. And I have reached the point where.
Good point. And just to clarify, there are like pizzerias like that will do like a cash order, but that's not DoorDash. That's like a local pizzeria. And if you know, like some local pizzerias will do cash orders. That's true. But I am not aware of, to be fair, I don't ever really use DoorDash. Dr. Phil is a frugal guy. He doesn't like to use DoorDash. So I don't really know exactly like if you're allowed to place an order on there or not. But I'm going to assume, taking Elise's word on this, because I would assume that that's too easy to misuse that feature if they did allow that.
I'm just going to be transparent and honest about how I feel. Because these past 6 months, I have been slowly rebuilding myself back up.
Oh, this part was great.
And coming to the realization that when I started getting inundated with the hate about being undiagnosed autistic, when that first started, and I realized how sensitive of a topic.
The hate. Okay, you know what? Let me just put this into perspective for a second. How bad could it even be, the hate for being undiagnosed autistic? Like, I'm just thinking to myself, I have a pretty good imagination. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if everybody on the internet, like, who didn't like me, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people who don't like me, if all of them all at once contacted me and were like, you're a big fake, Dr. Phil. You never used to, you were never really fat. You just say that you used to be fat. You never really were. I wouldn't even get upset. Like, I'd say, well, you know, you're wrong. I think you're being silly. But I wouldn't even, like, get upset. Like, why is she so upset at somebody saying they don't believe her medical, her personal opinion on her own medical condition? Like, it's such an insignificant thing anyway. Who cares if somebody on the internet believes you? Who gives a damn if somebody, like, seriously, who cares if somebody on the internet believes you? Some stranger on the internet who you're never going to meet doesn't believe me. Oh, my God.
Stop it was, and I realized how I did not think through making that initial video.
You got me.
Misconstrued when I didn't think about how people aren't going to take into account the nuance of, like, the American healthcare system and aspects of class and all this shit, right? And just people.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She can't get her autism diagnosis because America sucks. It's because America and because of classism. It's not because she spent all of her doctor's money on frickin' DoorDash. It's not because she spent it all visiting Remy. It's not because she spent it all on cooking supplies and ribeye steaks.
Access to resources and all of that. And
because of
I
America.
just didn't take into account how sensitive of a subject it would be for me. So that really was going on in 2024, even like late 2024. And so I started just putting my walls back up. I had been working on unmasking. I had been working on myself in different
little Ninja Turtle
mental health work, therapy, the like. And I never claimed to be diagnosed, but it got to me so on such a deep level.
They're a big chain. They don't do cash on delivery. I mean, like I said, I don't really get pizza delivered, but I don't think that I can't remember them doing that. Like, I don't think they've offered that in forever. Like maybe 20 years ago, they used to do that.
That I just started trying to mask again. And over time, I was just muting myself more and more and suppressing myself more and more to be more palatable. And I was failing anyway because that was never really the point. That was never really the right answer. So,
okay.
For me, at this point, I brought that up originally for a different reason that I'm struggling to remember, but I have been.
That's a very good point, Nutty. And I don't want to denigrate the difficulty of getting a diagnosis in this healthcare system that we have. The healthcare system has a lot of problems. I'm not trying to. I don't want to make myself wrong in an effort to disagree with Roz. I will acknowledge that the system has plenty of flaws, and broken clock can be right twice a day. But that's not why she can't get her diagnosis, right? Like that's absolutely true. Some people do have trouble getting diagnoses. I can speak for some family who have personally, they've struggled. I'm aware of their struggles to get diagnoses for things. So, yeah, I definitely can sympathize with that. But like you're saying, that's not Roz's case. Her case is that she just isn't even trying. And if she seriously wanted to, she could easily go get it because she has the money. She just doesn't want to spend it on that because she knows she's not going to get the diagnosis she wants.
These past 6 months working on reconnecting with myself and allowing myself to feel safe again and allowing myself to feel like emotionally safe and allowing myself to just stick to the whimsy, have fun, let myself be goofy, let myself be cringe, let myself be happy, let myself be in love, let myself be free from other people's perspectives of me that are just none of my business to begin with.
And I want to just make a point here. As far as I'm aware, nobody has any problem with that. Like, yes, some of the reactors, sometimes we can be haters. I can be a hater sometimes. I can be very critical. But your audience doesn't have a problem with that, Roz. Your audience has a problem with you grifting and not providing the content you said you were going to give them. That's why they're upset. It's not because you're having fun. They don't have a problem with that.
To be free from this fucking trauma, to just be rid of myself of these leeches that won't leave me alone.
You mean your community? Because they're the ones who are upset with you.
I'm tired. And I have been trying.
Let me make this a full screen.
To figure out how to not give it attention, not bring attention to it, but I
don't want to give attention to it, so I'm just going to go live and do a stream after I make multiple posts about it.
Time I do that is how it keeps escalating. It keeps escalating until they get what they want.
So you give them what they want.
And
Me too, Nutty. I'll admit it.
I don't have the resources I need to do what I need to do right now.
That doesn't mean I don't try to put some positive messages in there, but I could be a hater at the same time. Like I give you some vegetables with the with the sweets. But she says she doesn't have the resources. What does she mean by that? Because I can understand, I can relate. Times are hard for some folks out there. A lot of people are struggling. But I don't think of Rosie as being one of the people out there who's struggling right now. She's living in a house that's gifted to her by her parents, who are very financially stable, at least compared to the average American family. She's living off of the money she makes from a part-time online job. And she has her brother helping to pay the bills. It's a pretty secure position to be in. I don't know what she means by lacking resources, unless she means her own ability to overcome her problems.
So, this entire situation, it's cool.
Can't afford to waste it on a doctor. Thank you. Thank you.
Mods, please handle infighting 24-hour bans. I'm not playing with this shit today.
Roz will not even admit what she spends on food. I would love to see her do like an audit and just like give us an honest amount of what she spends on DoorDash alone. Forget like her grocery bill. I'd just be interested to see what she spends on DoorDash and eating out and Starbucks and that kind of stuff. Because it's probably not even that much compared to somebody like Foodie. But it would still be so much more than the average person. It would be astronomical. I can only imagine. So for her to talk about lacking resources when she's an incredibly frivolous spender. I mean, when she was visiting Remy, she had his entire kitchen stocked up with new kitchen supplies, new pots and pans, new utensils, and all kinds of fresh new seasonings and everything. And I'm not saying you can't have nice things, but that's not somebody who's lacks resources. That's somebody who's a very frivolous spender.
Nope, we're not doing that. I mean, if people can't fucking act right, 24-hour ban, then come back next time. I'm not playing with that. I don't even know what's going on in the chat.
Thank you.
People acting disrespectful, 24-hour ban, automatic. I'm not doing that.
That's a fair point. She might mean that. Though I will say, in the state of Florida, we do have programs available. I mean, it can be tough to access programs sometimes, so I'm not going to be a total dick about it. But Rosie, I encourage you, as a fellow Floridian, look into the programs available within this state. I very strongly believe you would qualify for a lot of them. So look into that and get those resources, and then you could finally be diagnosed as not having autism, and we could stop this silly charade. So I encourage you to go get that diagnosis.
Just avoid outright blocking, because I guess my emotions are high. So
I could be good with money in some ways. I could be. My problem is I can be impulsive with money. I'm frugal in the way that, like, I'm not frivolous. I don't waste money on little stuff. I'm good like that. But I could be impulsive. Like I'll pinch every penny and then I'll blow it on something, like that kind of thing.
I don't know what's going on,
but I'm okay with money. I'm not bad.
It sounds like I should avoid the chat. So Amanda, go ahead and clean up if you want. But yeah, Nightshade, thank you for the super sticker.
I'm good at not wasting. I pride myself on that.
Honestly, I was pretty okay mentally until I found out about what happened with my brother.
Okay, now we're getting to the juicy bit. Anybody who's sat through the first part thinking, oh, it's just going to be Roz trying to, make herself look like a victim all night. Well, she's also going to try to make her entire family look like victims here. She's not just going to settle with just using herself as a prop. She's going to talk about the alleged incident with the police last night. And I do believe there was an incident with the police because she has a picture of the police at her door. but the details of this incident are rather fuzzy. They don't. I just want to hear a little more before I make my full judgment. But I don't know if I buy that what Rose is alleging. But let's let her share it, and then we can come to the conclusion together. Let's listen as a group.
It's funny because, well, it's not funny in a little bit, but when I was in Texas, and I shared with you guys that someone called a wellness check here at my house when my brother was here, and thankfully it was without incident and everything was fine. But when I expressed my fear
I'm just
about
stepping
that,
away
there's
to
stuff
grab a
about
drink. I'll be right
my
back.
family, our dynamics, my brother, that like I don't talk about online, and it's gonna stay that way. But when I was expressing that concern, I had valid reasons for that. And I was so angry about people saying like, oh, like Levi handled it like a champion.
Well, in fairness, Levi handled it pretty darn well from what you described. So apparently, these police officers came to her house for, I guess it was a wellness check, and Levi apparently has a crowbar, a cudgel, a bludgeon that he keeps handy for intruders, and I guess he has a policy of just start swinging and ask questions later. Like he doesn't bother to ask people to identify themselves at the door. He just attacks them with a crowbar, according to Roz. Oh, he doesn't? Well, then why were you so afraid of the police? Oh, all right. And in fairness, I don't want to minimize the potential of police violence because that can happen. That can happen. I don't want to minimize that. But I will say that it sounds like this particular incident went pretty smoothly. And I do believe that he handled it better than she would have, in the sense that he didn't panic and he just calmly interacted with the police and was able to diffuse the situation without incident.
You would have made it so much worse if you were there, blaming me for it, saying this is all a big conspiracy for me to make up all this drama to get Remy to stay with me, and like just these crazy nonsensical theories.
Oh, that's wonderful, Elizu. I think that's really cool. I actually did that a while ago too. Over the years, I gained and lost weight a bunch of times, so I had extra clothes at one point. They were pretty nice clothes, and I just kind of gave them away to people who could wear them. I've also been the beneficiary of that a couple of times. I had like some coworkers, and like one of her, sometimes their husbands would lose weight or gain weight, and I would be able to get the clothes. Not too proud to wear a hand-me-down. If it's nice, of course. Not going to wear hand-me-down garbage.
Thank you so much, Lauren. If there was any other super chats, let me just scope real quick. So I don't want to accidentally miss anybody. I'll look at the chats, these other chats later. I'm a little unfocused right now. So, I'm grateful he's okay. I'm grateful it didn't happen, but it doesn't change the fact that.
Yes, Elizu, I did post that. Because Glitter and Lasers went to Coachella, and somebody made a video about how people who go to Coachella now are the worst, and how it used to be like an okay, or maybe even it was a good concert festival at one point, but over the years, it's just become like this horrible, like hell of influencers.
We were put in that position.
Yep, that's why I knew it. That's why I've talked about it this year.
Because I don't know how to engage with the internet without addressing this. I don't know how to come on here and be like, let me make some pickled cabbage. Like, Simon, thank you for the super chat.
So it's starting to die down a little bit, but Roz is going to read her community post out loud, and it's pretty rageaholics. Ragefied.
We're confused, so just in case Sure, why not? I'll just read.
So here she's gonna read it right here, and she's gonna use this as one more chance.
No, I hear you, pickled cabbage.
She's gonna use this as one more chance to try to manipulate her audience with an emotional appeal.
Which would be weird. Sorry. Yeah, I need to process and move on. Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read it out loud. Actually.
Well, speaking of reading out loud, I was actually thinking about like doing like a Gorlworld poem or a Gorlworld rap or something at some point. It would be cringe, of course, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun.
And I'll just state that I posted a picture of the police officers here, censored, of course.
Probably the smart decision.
I made it clear, 20 times over. My public lives are not a guarantee.
Yes, it is, and that's why I'm so happy that she's reading it, because I don't want to have to read that sumbitch. That's like what, 5 pages long. I'm gonna need like a 6-pack of seltzer to get through that thing. So I'm real happy that Rosie's reading it.
I do not have a live schedule. I go live if and when I can. I am disabled. I have
That's probably a smart rule.
At any given notice that could make me need to reschedule or cancel. If I miss members only lives for
Roz gets so darn quiet. Could you hear her? Or because she just got really quiet again. Hopefully you folks can hear, because I got her on the max volume.
Similar reasons, they will be made up. They may get canceled sometimes. If that pisses you off, I beg you to unsubscribe from me, because I don't want to hear about it. This isn't an airport. Don't announce your departure. I wish you well. Now, regarding all of that, I still have 2 more vlogs coming, so I'll get into the content changes in case you're not aware of that as well. I just
wanted to mention also, like, this is, I guess, something that just kind of went over my head the first time I saw this. But wouldn't it be possible for her just to like chill out and just, instead of like freaking out and going off and talking about how like her brother almost lost his life when nothing of the sort happened, could she just say, hey everybody, I'm sorry you're so upset, but I couldn't go live last night. I'm going to go live tonight. I don't know what else to say. And just leave it at that. Like, I'm not saying that she shouldn't she owes her audience content. She probably owes them an explanation. But if she doesn't have one, going on here and doing this big emotional, victim session is really not helping. It's only encouraging the trolls. So if it just feels like she's really trying to make herself into a spectacle as best she can. I mean, but isn't that really Rosie's MO? Everything about her is a spectacle. She used to pose in the pool. She always wears like these low cut shirts with no brassiere. She's always eating on camera. She's always trying to make a spectacle of herself in some way. So I guess it makes sense that she does these emotional appeals when she could just be like, chill out.
Continued with what my content has been like the past couple weeks after today. But
welcome in, Rebecca, right? Welcome in, Rebecca Tracy.
I was already pretty blunt and harsh, so let me try to be a little nicer. I really enjoy hanging out with the people who bring a great vibe to this chat and just.
Hey, I was gonna say I'll put the captions on, but I can't.
Just like to maybe make food or buy double or do whatever, and so I don't want to stop. But if you do not understand why I've changed and put in the boundaries that I've had, and you want to hold me to the flames for that, go do that somewhere else. Keep it out of my face.
I'm old fashioned. What do you want?
So the community chat post that I wrote says, before you rip someone to shreds for doing something, maybe consider.
Welcome in, Sarah C. Princess. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. And welcome in to anybody, if I missed anybody coming in tonight. Welcome into all of the lurkers, all the chatters. Glad to have you all here. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful night. Anybody watching the replay, welcome into you folks also. Hopefully you can leave a comment. Let me know what you think.
You don't have the full story. I had my reasons for canceling the live. I have been working on my relationship with the internet, parasocial relationships, etc., and seeing how I've been treated in response to that has been eye-opening. I do not owe y'all more than what I've shared. I've stated on several occasions I am not lessening my I've stated I am lessening my streaming, and I have 4 vlogs for you this week.
This has the same energy as her getting on here, doing a vlog to talk about how she doesn't owe people vlogs, has the same energy as Glitter and Lasers doing that BetterHelp video about how important it is to get offline and to have a support group of people offline who can help you. It's just hilarious how out of touch she is with her own words.
I have a set public live schedule. I woke up to multiple DMs from people saying, "Hey man, I saw your comments. I hope you're okay." That almost never happened, so I knew the comments were bad. Still haven't read them on that community tab post. Then shortly after that, my night took a turn. I was planning to do a random pop-up late night live prior to this moment.
Well, Sarah, see tonight, and for anybody who's just come in, we've got Rosie tonight. We're probably nearing the end of our Rosie coverage for the night. It's the first half. She had canceled her live the other night to give you the short, quick version. Claims there was a crisis, that her brother almost lost his life because of a false police report and a potentially violent incident. So she had to cancel the live, and then she now did this new live tonight to chastise her audience for daring to be upset with her for canceling. Basically, it's just her doing this whole big, elaborate spectacle of what a victim she is for her own audience. So yeah, that's the Roz content for the night. We've got a great rage from Foodie coming up later, so stay tuned if that sounds interesting.
Because I had to cancel, so I was gonna just pop in the midnight-ish time frame. And,
this is her post.
Considering cleaning out the pantry if I was able to coordinate with my brother. But anyway, I took this photo after the person who tried to enter my home. I worded this weird, and I'm sorry for that. I was tired. I took this photo after the person who tried to enter my home less than 24 hours after they sent another unpaid DoorDash order to my home with Rosie Neon last name as a name on the order, in reference to the man and his quirky, creepy crew who have been relentlessly harassing and stalking me to degrees even the internet does not know the full story of.
So here's what she's doing a little vague posting like she always does. She gives us a little bit of a tantalizing clue where she says, there's this group of people online gang stalking me and trolling me, and it's really bad. Last night, they sent an unpaid DoorDash order to my house. And they're also doing a lot of other stuff that's even worse that I wish I could tell you about. She always does that. I wish I could tell you about. There's really terrible stuff going behind the scenes. I can't tell you about it right now, but I will. When you hear about it, you'll realize why I'm so upset.
Tonight, someone tried to gain entry into our home with a covered-up peephole.
Okay, now this part. Somebody tried to gain entry into our home with a covered-up peephole. First off, Elizu's sharing that she's read that they don't even have a peephole on their door. So if that's true, that's a very odd thing for her to fabricate. But regardless of the detail with the peephole, what does she need? Somebody tried to break into their house? Well, how did she word it? Somebody tried to... Let's hear what her exact phrasing is, because that's a very strong allegation.
Who have been relentlessly harassing and stalking me to degrees even the internet does not know the full story of. Tonight, someone tried to gain entry into our home with a covered-up peephole.
Tonight, someone tried to gain entry into our home with a covered-up peephole. That's a very serious allegation. You're saying that somebody came to your door and impersonated somebody else in an effort to enter your property? Because that's what you're saying. They covered up the peephole. What did they do? They knocked on the door. Hey, guess who? Who is it? I'm not going to tell you. You got to let me in if you want to see. Who is it? I'm covering the peephole. I'm not going to tell you. Like, what happened? Was it somebody threatening? Was it somebody joking? Was it somebody you can't identify? Like if this is, I mean, the police came later in the night. Did you report this to them? Why did you bother to tell the police about this potential intruder who tried to break into your house? Tried to, what's the right word for it? Tried to break into your house through using, by means of deception? That's a very serious allegation. And of course, she just leaves it there with no supporting documentation whatsoever.
And used a tactic that was referenced in something I shared in a prior stream. My brother entered the living room as the police were at our door with his crowbar he keeps for protection in hand. My mom is here and he wanted to protect her. Thank God my mom saw.
She claims that somebody tried to break in. She says that somebody covered up the peephole in an effort to get into her house. That is leaving a lot of that raises more questions than it answers. I'll just say it like that.
And before she opened the door to the police after standing on her porch. When I talked about fearing for my brother regarding the wellness check that happened while I was in Texas,
well, there we go.
Exactly what I meant. My brother is diagnosed autistic, and in the moment, he was only thinking to protect my mom. The stories of how police, especially in states like Florida, handle autistic adults.
Well, let me pause this for a second. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Rosie loves to make everything into a big deal. She can never just minimize something and move on and treat it like it is. She always makes something into a big deal. Well, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that detail even matters that much, because what she's alleging is so absurd. Even if it's, I don't believe it's true. Let me say it like that. I don't believe what she's alleging is true. I don't think somebody came to her door and tried to break in, and then she never even bothered to report it to the police. That makes no sense. The police were there the same night. Why wouldn't you report it to them? If you really believed that somebody was trying to break in, why didn't your brother come to the door with his crowbar then? You said your brother is so wild and violent, and he's going to come to the door with a crowbar. So when somebody's trying to break in, where was he with the crowbar then? Like, this just all sounds very fabricated to me. I mean, not every element sounds fabricated. Some of it sounds legit, but the whole somebody tried to break in? I don't believe that.
Terrifying. I'm not lying about the harassment I have been facing. There are details about what took place tonight that led me to believe this was targeted. Anyone pushing the narrative that I would put my family, my boyfriend's family, my boyfriend, or myself through the emotional distress of these scenarios for attention, views, or to gain some sort of emotional leverage over a new
I could say the same about myself.
relationship / family are actively supporting.
It's important to be able to joke about ourselves too, right? Like, we got to be able to laugh a little bit. We can't be too uptight if we're going to do reactions.
Stalkers who are engaging in this behavior.
I got to put on some AC. I'll be right back, folks.
You are enabling their ability to gaslight me in my experiences. You're supporting abusive behavior that you deem okay only because you were blinded by your parasocial hate for me. They, parentheses, the QCC, which is a different section from your run-of-the-mill reactor / hater, and parentheses, spent several streams pretending to be my boyfriend's family members in my chat.
Okay, this is really good. I'm actually going to rewind this here just a little bit because I missed that. And this is really good.
You were blinded by your parasocial hate for me. They, parentheses, the QCC, which is a different section from your run-of-the-mill reactor / hater, and parentheses, spent several streams pretending to be my boyfriend's family members in my chat.
Pretending to be her boyfriend's family members in the chat. That's not like that big of a deal. It really isn't. Like I'm not saying that it could not like ever be a big deal. Like if somebody's impersonating somebody else, depending on the circumstances, it could be a big deal. But just impersonating somebody for, you know, just for a laugh or as a troll, I mean, the context doesn't really sound like that big of a deal.
They would go online and claim it was my fault for allowing his family to be in my chat when it had already been agreed upon prior that none of his family would be openly engaging on my content because of these freaks. We instantly blocked these accounts, these fake troll accounts, and didn't acknowledge it to minimize.
And she had the police there later that same night. Why didn't she mention it then?
The attention they were trying to draw. These people are so calculated and careful. They plot and scheme and try to make me look crazy, to make me look like the aggressor in these situations, to make it out like I wanted it because I said shit to a reaction channel 2 to 3 years ago during a phase of psychosis, something I
Very well said. The police came, she's talking about how, oh, the police come there and Levi's there and he doesn't know what to do and he can't control himself and he is a crowbar. It's like Levi sounds like by far the more mature and responsible person in that house.
Should have said They try to psychologically manipulate and minimize for entertainment.
Good question, Nutty.
So they weaponize my silence.
I need to
they
fix that.
My words. It doesn't matter what I do. It truly doesn't. They will find a way to villainize me to the degree I can't joke with my boyfriend about his preference for onions and quiche without it becoming a headline for these freaks. I have made actionable behavioral changes in the last 6 months when it comes to my online behavior. The response to this has been to
several actionable behavioral changes. First of all, I don't see a lot of changes, but I mean, maybe they're there. I don't know. Maybe they're just really subtle. But I'm not really sure what these changes are. But like the only change that anybody really wants from you is accountability. Like I could just like I don't know your audience that well, but I know some of your former audience, Rosie, and they mostly seem to be angry with you for I mean, over the months, I guess it's changed the specifics, but the main thing usually comes down to you not taking accountability for things that they feel you should. And the memberships and the lack of content from Texas is just the latest in that string.
Relentlessly bully me for not editing fast enough, for not making enough content, for making too much content, for being too touchy-feely with my boyfriend, for us clearly only being friend vibes since he doesn't want to touch me based on one shoulder touch, for daring to be disabled by the things that disable me, for allowing myself to slow down and go slower.
For allowing myself to be disabled, for allowing myself to slow down and go slower. Man, Rosie, your critics are just so unfair. They expect you to just do like so much and work so hard and fulfill your obligations to them. And I'll say that again, canceling a live is not a huge deal. But it becomes a big deal when it's part of a pattern. And that's where you are right now, Roz. You're in a position where you need to make up some goodwill to your audience. You should be doing stuff like giving out free memberships and doing extra free bonus streams and doing raffle. I don't know, whatever you need to do to get some goodwill back, because you really upset your audience. And conflating your audience with the trolls. And what I mean by that is she talks about how people are critical of her for various things. Some of those criticisms are from trolls. Some of those criticisms are legit, but some of those are from trolls. And mixing the criticism from the trolls in with the legitimate criticism from your audience is only going to upset your audience and validate your trolls. I hope you folks get what I'm saying with that. I think that's a relevant point. When she mixes together the critique from her trolls with the critique from her real audience, she invalidates her audience, her paying audience, and she validates the trolls.
And my God, I thought I was exhausting. All I know is I planned for what I could. I'm grateful to be so steady and sure of our relationship. I know how obsessed we are with each other and how in love we are. Nothing will shake that. All I know is I'm grateful to my family who support me and know the truth, who understand why I do what I do. For Remy for being so incredibly supportive and amazing. I will not falter. I will not waver. I will not leave the internet. I will not give them dissatisfaction. This post was made with the permission of everyone involved. Obviously, I'm live right now, and I pushed the further content, so tomorrow there will be a vlog.
I feel like this is the tone she would be using if she had like a child that she was disappointed in. Rosie doesn't have any children, but if she did have children and she was disappointed in them, this is the tone she'd be using. Right? I get the feeling like she thinks we're her kids, or or she thinks of herself as some kind of a parental figure to her audience. Maybe I'm not sure, but it just comes across like a lecturing, scolding tone.
There will be members only live on Friday. Saturday I will have the second Cook With Us vlog, and Sunday the live from last week, the members only live from last week. I'm going to make public for you guys to watch. And being real with you, I'll keep you posted about when I have updates for new vlogs. It's going to depend on when I sleep and how I can funnel my energy into being functional over the next few days. So just for anyone who didn't get to read that for any reason, I wanted to be updated.
And Nutty, that was a great point you just made a moment ago. She talks about being disabled. Roz's disability, as far as I can tell, seems to basically come entirely from her weight. And what's not from her weight comes from her diet. And if she does have some additional problems or conditions that are not directly attributable to her weight and her diet, I'm not aware of them. So yeah, and Little Miss Nat, great point. She just needs to she just needs to come back with some decent content. Her audience is not critical. Her audience is not discerning. They will accept basically any slop she throws at them as long as she says how much she cares about them and how much she loves them and how much she appreciates them. It doesn't matter what garbage she gives them. There's no expectation of quality on her content. So she really could come back strong and quickly because all she has to do is just post. Welcome in, Wookiee Lover. And I think what it is, well, I'm not sure what it is, to be fair. I can't say exactly what it is that you're feeling. But what I feel from Roz is I think she's a little bit better actress than the others. Yes, we can all see that she's faking. But that doesn't mean she's not a better faker than Foodie, or a better faker than Amber, or a better faker than Glitter, right? Like, she's inauthentic, and we can see that because we watch Gorlworld. We're used to these kind of inauthentic displays. But somebody who's not as savvy, maybe somebody who's younger, somebody who's a little less jaded, maybe, a way to put it, they could be more easily taken in. At least that is part of why I have a bit more of a dislike for Rosie. I think she's a little bit more manipulative just because she's a little bit better at faking her feelings, in my opinion. But why do you folks have dislike for Ross? I'm sure we all have our own reasons. I'm interested to hear them. Yes, but thank you, Wookiee Lover. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the comment. That too, Sarah C. I don't think any of the other Gorls are as blatant about wanting memberships and then not providing the content afterward. I do not like Foodie, but I will acknowledge that she provides a lot of hours of content for her Beezers. It may not be good content. It's basically content. It's just her sitting in front of the camera. But if that's what they want, that's what they get. She gives them, the volume that they expect. So Roz is especially shameless with asking for donations and then not providing the concomitant content. Is that the right word for it? Concomitant?
That's the gist of the situation. Yeah. I'm tired.
She's so darn tired, y'all.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining the Quirky Crew. It's good to see you. I think I thought of you recently because I'm like 99.9% sure you're the one who.
Okay, that's basically the best part of this live. That's the good part. Was there some good bits at the end, Elise? Did you suggest? Does it get good at the end too? Because we can check out some of this end bits.
The amount for it because we're working on that. Yeah, I'm fine, mountain bike.
Where she sits here and eats apples glumly.
Correct, Dad.
Because I'm going to go on to Foodie after this, but we can watch the end of this one if it's good. Oh, okay. Oh, where she gets the pizza, scroll back? Okay.
Just another pizza.
Scroll earlier or later? I'm not sure where I should go, Eliza.
My brother already has had his bag of rolls.
Is this the
We
food
had a
here?
really great dinner.
All right, so Mom's getting some food out.
Amanda super chatted for Mom and I to have dinner. I had the pulled pork. I've already had 2 servings of this, so this is.
Oh, that was it? I was in the right spot? Okay.
I had half.
Go back where I was? Okay. So let's go back where I was at the end here. Oh, geez. It's hard to find the spot sometimes.
Thank you, mountain bike. I don't have a Amazon wish list or anything, and given the situation, if you want to, I have the cash.
Oh, that's the part where she went to the door.
The amount for it.
Okay, I misunderstood. So when she left the room to go to the door, okay. So So when she comes back after that part. Okay.
If you really need it, but we got the pictures. It's fine. We'll just keep documenting.
Keep documenting. Okay, so here's where she says something. I wish I could make it louder.
I just wanted to. It's fine. I can call if you really need it, but we got the pictures. It's fine.
It's fine. I called if you really need it. They got whatever pictures. It's fine.
We'll just keep documenting.
Just keep documenting. So apparently another pizza got sent over there? What the heck? She's just ordering pizza for herself and pretending it's from the haters.
Yeah, I'm fine, mountain bike.
So let's see if she acknowledges it a little bit here at the end.
Correct, Dad.
Because I can't see the chat. I wanted to check what her dad's saying, but I can't quite. The chat was already disabled. And for anybody just coming in, we're going to be switching up to Foodie pretty soon.
Just another pizza.
Just another pizza. We're going to be switching it up to a really great Foodie rage after this. Just another pizza. And I just want to repeat for anybody who wasn't here at the beginning, I don't like that people are doing this like prank type of stuff, but this is a prank. A prank is something that is inconveniencing, it's annoying, but it's ultimately not especially harmful. And I don't like pranks in general, but I don't want to blow them out of proportion either.
Thank you, mountain bike. I don't have a Amazon wish list or anything, and given the situation, if you want to, I have like the Cash App and all that stuff. If you want to send the like amount for it, because we're working on that already, but you're not obligated to have to help while we're working on all of that right now. So anyway, I think it's probably best to hop off for the night. I don't really think I was already struggling to think of.
Just get the worst
anyway,
bits.
So, I don't really feel like I'm in a very cheery mood. So I'll talk to y'all later. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are.
100%, Alizu. If somebody is seriously facing dealing with pranksters, cameras nowadays are so darn inexpensive. There's no good excuse not to have one.
Oh, before I go, what I wanted to talk about was the vlogs. Yeah, I want to talk about the vlogs for a minute, actually. Thank you. I do need to drink water.
Good point. That's a great point. If she was from DoorDash, there would be a receipt, wouldn't there? I didn't even think about that. But if somebody sent her an order from DoorDash, there would be a receipt. She could easily show it. It's not like some cash order from, Gino's Pizza up the street where it's just a handwritten, note. There's an online receipt with all kinds of identifying information.
I had so much fun being in the kitchen with Remy, and I miss him so much. He's my best friend, and he is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And
poor thing.
Those Texas memories are so happy. And I decided when I was like going through all the stress, all the harassment that happened while in Texas, on top of trying to vlog and everything, I just decided I would roll camera randomly,
all the gang stalking in Texas, right? Because remember when she claimed that people were following her in cars throughout Texas and recording her endlessly. Apparently somebody did get a picture of her at one point, but I don't know if that qualifies as gang stalking.
Pretty often at one point, just because I wanted to make sure I had some content and memories to look back on and stuff. And there's a lot of that that's in my just for us folder, you know, for the vlog I want to make for us. But I had
Right?
a lot of footage to watch and rewatch, and
Not a very effective stalker.
it didn't take me a month to edit one vlog. It took me a month to edit a total of 6. It took me a long time to get to the point to allow myself to slow down.
Wookie lover, I can relate to you there. I mean, I've certainly put in some hard days in my life, but I've never walked 10 full miles in one day. I've never done that much, but I have had some hard days. But yeah, total, respect. These girls are disabled from their own diet, from their own laziness, from their own abusing themselves, and then they want to get sympathy, like they were, like they were struck by a car or something.
To allow myself to be slow.
Allow myself to be slow.
When have you allowed
yourself to be anything other than slow? When have you been? Oh yeah, Rosie, she was such a dynamo before. Now she's gonna let herself take it easy for once.
To be patient, to not force myself to bulldoze and rush through everything.
Yeah, right.
To my detriment.
Take it easy for once.
And
stop being such a people pleaser, right? Stop being so worried about your members. Stop rushing and working so hard. Take it easy. Get your priority, put yourself first for a change.
The way I've been treated recently, even outside of like this most recent development, has been really fucked up and unfair. Especially given the fact of how I've been conducting myself. I want no part of Gorlworld, and I can't control other people's actions, but I really want to make it very clear that having me like saying that I want it, that I want this, that I begged for this, that's really giving a certain kind of energy.
Well, the energy you're giving is you're like, somebody going to a basketball court wearing a basketball jersey and carrying a basketball and saying they don't want anything to do with basketball. That's the energy you're giving me, Rosie. you're showing up with the court, with your uniform on and the ball in hand and a number on your jersey and saying, "Oh, don't mistake me for a basketball player."
That I think is revolting and disgusting. So, I never asked for any of this. So.
It's true. You never asked to be held accountable. These reaction channels like myself and some others are just so gosh darn nice. They're going to hold you accountable for nothing. You're welcome. Check some comments here, and we're going to move on to Foodie in just a sec. I agree with you, Wookie lover. That's part of the reason I'm not a fan of pranks, because usually they inconvenience people beyond just the person being pranked. That's not to say I hate all pranks. There can be funny pranks, but a lot of times they end up just causing trouble. She really did. Remember when she used to like directly come at Foodie? She said, "Foodie, I'm gonna fight you." Didn't she say she wanted to fight Foodie at one point? I don't remember if she said fight, but she wanted to like debate Foodie. She wanted to she was like calling her out directly. She was friends with Amber for a while. She even defended Amber to her own audience. Her own audience was coming at her saying, "Hey, Rosie, we don't really like Amber. We think that she's a hypocrite. We think she says that she stands for all kinds of social issues and things. But then when push comes to shove and she has to make a sacrifice for those issues, she won't do it. So she's a hypocrite and we don't like her, Rosie. Well, what do you say to that?" She's like, "Well, I don't want to talk about it. Amber's my friend. I'm not going to listen to any of that." So this is the girl who doesn't want to be part of Gorlworld. So thank you for the reminder, Miss Nat. So let's check out some loony Foodie beauty. This is an excellent clip channel that I love to use. And one thing about Foodie, her audio quality is way better than Rosie. And Foodie's audio quality is usually not that good. It's usually pretty bad. But it's the fact that it's this much better than Rosie is really saying nothing good about Rosie's audio. Because Foodie is downright loud. I got to turn her down because of how strong her audio signal is. So this is from a recent Foodie video. Let me share this for a second while we're between streams. Foodie has been going off. She's been on a tear of rage and just... Foodie woke up and chose violence every day for the last week, pretty much. A week ago, there was a big stink between her mods. Tracy TX is one of her longtime mods, and so is Teardrop. And they don't like each other, apparently, and Foodie was instigating between them. She was being very mean and rude to Tracy. She was being divisive. She was taking sides on purpose. She was saying stuff like, oh, well, just because you're on dialysis is no excuse to miss a stream. Like, just some really rude and insensitive stuff. Well, anyway, after that, and I'm not here to stick up for Tracy or Teardrop or anybody in Foodie's chat. I'm just pointing out what a crappy person Foodie is for kind of pitting them against one another. So then the day after that, she finds out that Salah has been talking to another woman online. I think it's a Beezer. She freaked out. She went off. She cursed him. She said his entire family are a bunch of, I don't even like saying it, but just to repeat it, she said they're a bunch of inbred dogs, which is just disgusting. Like, that's so much, so much nastier than the typical, insults that I'm used to as far as dealing with online. I mean, let me rephrase that. I've certainly heard worse than that, but I don't like to hear worse than that, right? I don't like hearing that. I'm not somebody who's easily offended, but I didn't like hearing that. She was so disgusting. And that's not to stick up for Salah or his family either, but come on, Foodie, just some lines you really just shouldn't cross. She's never had that problem. So anyway, after all that, she walks it all back, says, oh, I didn't really mean it, and I was just upset, and I want to apologize to his family, and I don't know if she said the word apologize directly, but she basically did. Salah, being the spineless dork that he is, proceeded to act like everything's fine, doesn't stand up for his family, won't stand up for his wife or his family, so I don't know what the hell his thing is. Won't stand up for himself either. He's really not much of a... Well, he's not much of a man. I'm just going to say it. He won't stand up for himself, his wife, or his family. I mean, not that Foodie's even his real wife, but if she were his real wife, he doesn't stick up for her. So where is this all going to? Well, now that she's kind of gone through the Rolodex, going off on her mods, going off on Salah, now she's still angry at Salah, and she's going off on her Beezers and the reactors as usual. And she is tearing into it. So let's check it out.
Someone's like, that's not a good idea. They're not going to last.
Let me make sure the video's not sped up.
A membership. I know that he looks around some.
It's sped up a little bit, so I'm slowing it down just a little to get it back to the normal speed.
Times to see what's being said and stuff like that. I don't care.
Yes, Salah was gifted a membership to LCU, Locale Universe Show. I don't think that's a huge deal, but it's hilarious because Foodie likes to pretend that she owns the guy and that he can't go anywhere or do anything without her approval. So him being in a chat that she doesn't support is obviously upsetting to her.
What does that have to do? Like, why would I care about that? He's not going to go on the show, so... I doubt it anyway. You don't like this show? Yeah.
There's audio artifacting, so I'm just going to put it back in full.
Sometimes tune in and check what's going on. Don't mean I like the show. I don't know. I mean, very rarely for me, but because I find it boring, but I don't know what's going on either. Like, it's like joining a show mid, I don't know, like the lore or like the people. So, like, you're joining at a time if you're new, you know?
Welcome in, Issa. Hopefully you're having a great night. Thank you for coming in and enjoying the stream with us.
Yeah, I got gifted for that Bub Fleet person. I don't know. I mean, I've talked about it online, so if people can come in here and talk and ask questions and say what they want, it's actually just good practice for me to ignore it. Like, I'm not going to address it, so you're wasting your time. But I don't care if people come in here and ask things. I'm just going to ignore it. Like, things that I don't want to answer, I'm just not going to answer, you know?
Oh, yeah, I turned that off. Sorry, I had that on for a minute. I turned it off.
That's all. I'm just
That's what it was,
privacy,
yeah.
Some space
shark.
and privacy. When it comes to that, any marriage-related stuff. The ones with bad intentions. Yeah, I think their intentions are just, you know, nosy drama instigators or looking for tea, you know?
And hopefully the audio balance is good. Foodie's a lot louder than Rosie, so I gotta get it right.
Because otherwise, I don't think those people actually care about my relationship. They just want drama, you know?
Well, we don't believe your relationship's real. That's why we don't care about it. But we are interested for the drama's sake.
That's how people are. I've come to accept it. Are we going out? I don't know yet. Heartbreak shouldn't be entertainment. Yeah, well, it is.
Great point here from the editor here, Looney Tubes. Yeah, Foodie loves to rage for content, so she's always given herself reasons to rage.
And it's, you know what? It's not just Gorlworld. It's not just the internet. When you watch 90 Day Fiance, when people watch Maury,
oh, no problem.
For the happy moments, nobody cares. People probably fast forward.
No, best. Hopefully, you and your baby are both having a great night.
Through that crap. Nobody wants to see that, unfortunately. You know, they want to see that the girl's been cheated on Maury. They want to see people throwing chairs at each other on Jerry Springer. They want to see on 90 Day Fiance him being a romance scammer for citizenship.
Oh, when she went on the Locale show, that's right. Didn't Foodie go on it one time? I don't really follow the Locale Universe show. I know that Amber's been on it. I think Foodie did go on. Did Foodie go on one time? If she was on, it was only like once, but I don't. But I didn't actually see that. I gotta admit.
And that's no different with me and my situation on the internet, so I can't blame, you know.
Did she?
No ads here, I know.
I mean, we know she was, to be fair. We know she was. Because remember how she would always do those visa trips? Where she would go to Thailand and spend, 40 days in Thailand and just wait every day. I bet she just used to go on the internet checking her visa status every day in Thailand. And when it finally said it was renewed, then she would go back to Kuwait.
Okay. Now we can add some sauce.
She humiliates him a lot. The other day, she was downright vile. I have not heard Foodie be that disgusting in a long time.
Right. It even looks like the church basement spaghetti a bit. That's the thing, you gotta use the jar sauce. Okay, we're gonna let that simmer just for a little bit.
That's right. Now you're jogging my memory. I thought she was on there once, but I wasn't 100% sure. But now that jogs my memory. And then she claimed that they violated her when she basically said it was fine on camera. That was a good little bit of drama there.
I just have to wash my hands. The kangaroo, these rooties.
Thank you, Wookie. Great detail. And look at how giant Foodie's rear has gotten. Foodie has always been like very front heavy. She's always had the big fupa. She doesn't, have like a giant booty like Glitter and Lasers, but look at the size of that butt. And she's fallen into that chair. That is not, and you can't really see it here, but in other angles, Foodie's legs have atrophied. They've gotten very like flabby, and I don't want to say small, but they haven't kept up with the rest of her. The rest of her keeps getting bigger, and her legs have just kind of stayed the same. They've clearly lost any muscle, and I believe most of that is probably just since she's got the Scooty. Oh, Capricorn Ed J, thank you so much. $5 super chat. Capricorn Ed J. Yes, Foodie went on Locale Live. Not long after, Locale Live had both FMG and YouTube Underground on to talk about her. You know, it's been long enough since then that it would probably be worth pulling up, like to do like a little retro react thing, because that was some good drama. And I probably just was like covering Glitter or somebody like the week that it happened, because I don't remember covering that when it first was new. So I probably should like go back and cover a little bit of that.
Feels good making a meal for a change.
For a change. Well, I guess that's true. She's always getting food delivered, but I find it hard to believe that she's not making food as well.
I don't like any war, any violence against other people, innocent people. You know? Yeah, BG sardines. If you guys are gonna send me stuff about Salah, I'm not gonna read it, so you're wasting your time. And I'll probably just block your emails going forward. So, yeah, true.
She is going to read every single thing they sent her about Salah. I'm just saying. I mean, I know you all know that, but for anybody who's not familiar with Foodie, don't believe her. That is a blatant lie. She will not only read anything they send her about Salah, she will read it obsessively. She will read it again and again and again, and then she might even share it online.
All that glitters. They do need to mind their own, you know? Is he taboo? No, it's a private part of my life that I don't want to talk about. Nice, Xiaogui. Yep. Thank you, Star Twinkle. The noodles are boiling, people. 2 days of cooking. Yeah, I didn't order anything last night. Because my meal was good enough. My meal was delicious. Busy certain, but I did eat those Hello Dollies.
That's Scooty. I mean, mobility aids are great for people who need them, but those so-called mobility aids can become a trap. I had a family member that happened to. She got heavy, and a doctor gave her a rollator at a fairly young age, and it basically just enabled her to get heavier and heavier and heavier because she didn't have to support her body weight fully. So, I mean, if somebody needs a mobility aid, then by all means. But if you're doing like Foodie and you're just being lazy, you're only hurting yourself. So hopefully everybody out there is taking advantage of their mobility. You know, enjoy it, use it or lose it, right?
They were goodbye dollies. They're so good. No, I'm not starting my own LCU show ever. Who lied, yo mama?
And if somebody out there has lost their mobility, you know, prayers for you. Hopefully, you know, you'll be able to get it back, and if not, hopefully you're coping well.
Yum. Okay, now we put the sauce. Okay.
So what's she eating here? Spaghetti with meat sauce. If this was the only plate she was going to eat, I mean, it's pretty darn big plate. That's a big plate of spaghetti and meat sauce. But by Foodie standards, it's not that big, right? Like this is maybe 700 calories before the cheese, 600 calories before the cheese. Depends how fatty the meat sauce is. If the meat sauce is fatty, this is a lot more calories than it looks like. So it's hard to estimate. If the meat sauce is lean, I would estimate like 600. If the meat sauce is fatty, we're probably looking at like 8 something, high 8s.
Pizza mozzarella?
That's before the cheese, of course. That's probably about 100 calories of cheese. 120 maybe.
Shaky cheese? Oh, it's still... The bread is still not cooked.
And we got the bread, of course.
Why is there water on the bottom?
Okay, so look what we got here. We got a piece of garlic cheese bread. All right, garlic cheese bread. I love to talk about health and nutrition. I feel like I don't talk about it enough sometimes. Garlic cheese bread. If you make it yourself and you use real butter and real garlic and you don't go too crazy with the cheese, it's fattening, it's caloric, but it doesn't have to be like terrible for you. But that instant garlic bread from the freezer section, double check that stuff, because a lot of time The spread is made with margarine, and it just has a really waxy, greasy taste. And there's just so much of that oily spread that it's just like eating a stick of oil. It's just really, and it can be tasty sometimes, especially if it's nice and crispy. But it is so darn caloric, and it is so much less healthy than if you just make a little bit of just a piece of fresh bread with a little bit of butter and some garlic on it, maybe a little bit of olive oil. You can make it yourself, much healthier, much less calories, and I think it's tastier as well. So looking at this meal here, once you add that stick of garlic bread, we're definitely over 1,000 calories.
Did I bring a fork? Oh yeah, there it is. Hello. It's Salah. Thank you.
Well said, Wookiee lover. Her nutrition's been terrible lately.
It's hot out today. I feel like we should go somewhere, but
Rosie as well. The Gorls have been gaining, and I know we kind of take it for granted that they've always been big, but they're continuing to grow, and they look as big as they ever have. Like Foodie is probably the biggest she's ever been. Like I saw some older pictures of her, and she is significantly bigger, like over 100 pounds bigger than where she was like just a year ago. So, and she was bigger last year than she was the year before. Like 2 years in a row, she's gained like at least 70 pounds. That's shocking considering how heavy she already was. And her skin's looking really bad in this picture too. I don't know if it's just the lighting, but that skin is looking terrible there. Very, very inflamed, very blemished.
it's al dente. Church basement. Like, this is so good with mushrooms. Oh my gosh. I used to be an altar girl. I actually got fired from being an altar girl because I was too slow, too dumb.
Fired for being an altar. I thought they fired you for being a hellion.
One time I was daydreaming and the priest was going like this, which meant like to hand him go get the wine or whatever, the chalice. And I was like, probably daydreaming about JTT or something, or maybe hot dogs after school. Classic Chantel.
They cast her out for eating all the communion wafers.
The chalice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
Like
drank
this,
all.
they have this like
Yeah, they had a bottle of grape juice for communion. She drank the whole thing.
the tabernacle is like the house thing that they keep the body of Christ, the little things, the communion and the wine, and you have to bring it to the guy. So that's what the altar girl and altar boys do. They help the priest out during mass. The bad priests are not the entire religion. They're not representing it properly.
Her sugar's got to be off the wall, and she takes metformin, which is probably what's keeping her from going into a diabetic coma. But her sugar is so outrageous from the few times she's disclosed it that even with the metformin, she's playing with fire. She takes insulin, but she doesn't take it the way she's supposed to. She doesn't monitor her blood sugar. It sounds like she just takes it like when she doesn't feel good. And that's not really helping because it's supposed to be like a supplement, like you're supposed to use it daily. I mean, I guess it's a medication, but it's meant to be used regularly to maintain your blood sugar at a healthy level. Not to let
Just
it
like
spike.
how suicide bombers are not representing Islam properly.
You know, spiking your sugar and then crashing it back down is not. I mean, I'm not an expert medically, but I don't think that doesn't sound to be any better than just leaving it uncontrolled. Like crashing it and spiking it all the time is probably worse than just letting it be a little bit high.
I think the world would be a worse place without religion. I think for the millions and millions of people who are religious and do follow religion, it gives them hope and makes the world a better place because they practice the religion in the right way. You know, imagine no morals set, no hope in anything, no belief systems.
I don't like to get philosophical, so I'm just going to not say anything there. I'm just going to leave this alone.
I wouldn't want to do that. The trash juice pants are washed. You agree with me? I'm so freaked out by space, the universe. Like,
finally something bigger than yourself, right? Like I know that's like the old philosophical thing that we're humbled when we encounter something greater than ourselves. In Foodie's case, it's encountering something that's bigger than her. She's like, holy crap, I could fit inside of that with room to spare.
I listen to 10 hours when I'm sleeping. I put on a 10-hour space facts. It's insane.
Good question.
Like, space is insane.
I mean, if we were to just go by total body weight, I think Glitter and Lasers is probably the biggest because she's the tallest and she's also the most muscular. So I think she's got the heaviest number on a scale. But if we were to go with the highest by body fat percentage, probably Rosie, maybe like I don't know. It gets a lot closer by body fat. Like I think Foodie, Amber, and Rosie are all pretty close. But as far as like just total body weight, Glitter's extra height gives her the edge.
It's freaky. If you really listen to the, I'm telling you, it freaks me out. I'm in awe.
Gaining weight in a war zone. Remember in Syria, she was gaining weight in a freaking war zone.
And I used to like not want to hear about it. Because, you know, to me, believing in science and all this other stuff would like question my belief in God. But now it enhances it. Science and religion can coexist in a lot of ways. In most ways, you know.
I really don't like when Foodie talks about religion.
Facebook goes perfect.
I mean, I don't like when she talks about a lot of serious stuff because she's very ignorant. But I'll just say, the whole science versus religion thing, I've never seen it as one versus the other, because I've always seen religion as a matter of faith and a matter of belief, and things you believe don't require proof, and that's where I stand on that.
Explains the how, and religion explains the why. Okay, there's a big bang. Why? You know, I refuse to believe we're just here just cause. Why not? Fuck it. Hey, Sneaker, did you get your Scooty? Shit, I just did laundry. Now I gotta do more. I find when I cook at home.
But let me take a moment, though. This is just good times any. Let me take a moment to thank all of the channel members. You're all very much appreciated, and your contributions are a big part of what make this channel possible. And I'd like to thank in particular channel tier 2 channel member, Dr. Associate Canada Cool. So thank you to all of the channel members. And we are very much appreciated and glad to have you. And thank you to everybody watching tonight. You folks are what make this show so fun for me. And if you're enjoying the stream, it doesn't cost anything to click that like button and that subscribe bell. And that's the best way to see more of this content if you're enjoying it.
I can eat.
Oh, and for the members, we've got the members only stream coming up, I believe, this Saturday. I'll check the calendar, but and we definitely will be having some police body cam reactions, because I'd like to give some non-Girl World content as the bonus content, because I don't want I don't want to like deny people the content that they're coming here for. I want to give them something extra. If that makes sense.
I'm not like, I don't feel sick after, like, if I'm cooking food, like, but if I order Burger King and eat like a poutine, 2 burgers, I'm like, ugh. Not to be fully, I know. I eat fast. Homemade Whole Foods.
Oh, thank you so much, Issa. Very much appreciated. It's it's never any pressure, but I'm always very grateful. Thank you so much. Have a great night. And you and your child as well.
Yeah, I know Van Halen. I know people will ask. Thing is I want to keep anything related to him. Just, I don't want to talk about it, you know? I just want to keep some of my life private for now.
Yes, it does.
I mean, I think I have a good reason, but
insulin, for anybody not aware, insulin is what helps I want to be accurate. I believe it's a big part of what allows your body to digest sugars, digest carbohydrates. It helps out with that a lot. And I know that like bodybuilders who want to put on extra weight, they want to put on more muscle, they will abuse insulin. They'll inject insulin so that they can eat more calories to put on more weight. In their case, they're putting on muscle weight because they're working out and they're doing all that kind of stuff. But it still allows your body to process more calories. So if it's I'm not saying you shouldn't take it if you need it, but just keep in mind that it's there's no magic solutions. You got to pay the piper for everything sooner or later.
Don't talk to me. We got to clean up after dinner, because if I don't do it now,
it is kind of pathetic. Oh, she's going to clean here?
What are you doing here, ma'am? Oh, you're cozy. I gotta use the facilities, guys. The water wasting. Sorry.
She's so out of breath just from using the bathroom.
It has to run to get hot, so that's why. But yeah, after living in Syria, you'd think I would learn, but got leftovers.
Leftovers. You know that's getting eaten the minute the stream ends.
For another day. You guys want to go downtown tonight? I don't know what kind of budget I'm going to have for when I have the car, which kind of sucks, but the price of gas is insane. Like that one SUV I had rented was like $85 or something to fill it. And if I drive far,
I heard that gas in Canada is much more expensive than in the States.
places, so I have to like budget and plan, which I was supposed to do last night, but I got distracted. I'm a scatterbrain. I don't even know if I could work a normal job right now with how I can't focus.
I mean, your self-imposed lack of mobility would certainly be an issue.
Well, at least I made my food. Not order Burger King again.
That's great.
Because honestly, the Burger King's new fries are actually really good. They stay crispy because they put like that coating on them, so they stay crispy like no matter what. I don't mind washing dishes. I don't like vacuuming, mopping, because dishes you can sit and do. But everything else, that's probably why I don't mind them. That's my guess. Thanks for having dinner with me, guys.
Okay, we can get a look at Foodie's legs here. It's actually, I mean, it is good to see her doing some chores at least, right? That's something positive. Give her a little credit. I mean, not that anybody deserves special credit just for doing basic chores, but at least it's better than, you know, seeing her just leave everything a mess for once. Can't really see her legs with the
Thanks for
skirt.
having dinner with me, guys. Because I don't have no one to have dinner with. I'm by my lonesome, so.
Dang, look at that fupa.
So.
That is getting lower and lower. It didn't used to be like this extra. It used to like go down to here, this first crease. And now we got a whole second layer or third layer, I guess. Look at that. She didn't used to have that extra layer. I mean, it wasn't like so thick at least.
By my lonesome. Whoops.
And the way she keeps falling into that darn chair, she's going to break that chair. She's just throwing her full body weight into it. That chair is not meant to support 500 pounds.
No interest in visiting? Nice, Sally Bella. Right now in North Korea, if Kim Jong-un or Il was not in power and like there was no danger, maybe I would be.
You seriously? Okay, I'll just leave that alone.
Because it's not a cultural thing, you know?
North Korea's got a lot of issues. I mean, I have nothing against the people, of course. The people, I don't really know much about them, to be fair. But I have nothing against them. It's just that the country of North Korea has a lot of like security issues, and the government's very, 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 very dangerous as far as human rights abuses and stuff. So I would be a little hesitant to go there, even if Kim Jong-un did leave power.
I know, sometimes I use my dishwasher, but like to me, you have to rinse the dishes anyways till they're almost clear.
I think you're right,
So
Sarah.
what's the point? Just keep going.
Diabetes has a lot of side effects, and Foodie just wants to pretend that they don't exist. But I mean, a lot of these inflammation, the nerve pain, the nausea, a lot of these could be related to the diabetes that's pretty much out of control.
I'm from city, but I live in state. Just don't wash them. Then there will be rats, imagine. I have 2 dishes and 2 forks.
Did she just fart again?
Yeah.
And burped.
Israel, yeah.
Disgusting. She's farting and burping again on stream. And I'm not going to say that, like, you know, I understand people have to pass gas sometimes. It's a human thing. But if I could go a couple hours of streaming without audibly passing gas, why can't she?
Either. Oh. No, it's not safe for me to go to North Korea because I said that Kim Jong-un has a weird haircut. And actually, he forces everybody in his country to get the same haircut. It's true. Fuck, like they have to pick from a card of little like different haircuts, and if you get a different haircut than what's suggested on the haircut card, you can go to jail. They make fun of him? Really, Belle? Oh, wow. Imagine getting sent to labor camp for a mullet.
Foodie's the only one. If they sent her to labor camp, they'd kick her out because she'd end up eating more than she's worth. Like, she's not doing any work. Just send her back.
Oh my God.
I shouldn't joke about labor camps. There's nothing funny about that stuff. I apologize, folks.
God, hold on, I'm looking for something. Imagine being such a pathetic fucking loser to make AI pictures with someone's husband that's not even fucking you. It looks like a fucking...
Yeah, that woman, I don't think that woman is real, but she's a very pretty drawing.
By the way, bitch, he sent me this too. He blocked your ass.
You deserve better and will have better, Salah. I trust Allah will provide. Yeah, for sure. I deserve better. Thanks, my friend. So this is him. So Foodie just acknowledged that this is his real text. This is him really talking. Yeah, for sure. I deserve better. Thanks, my friend. I mean, does it get any more clear cut? I deserve better. Thanks, my friend. Oh, wow.
That was the last and only chat you had with him, you fucking pathetic moron.
And he blocked you now. So yeah, Foodie, don't you look secure in your relationship. He blocked that other woman.
Cutie. See that? Sit on it and spin.
Does she really believe this, or is she just doing this for drama? Because if she really, is this angry about some random online person, then this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious.
They're so fucking ridiculous. Imagine being that pathetic.
Yeah, right? They're the pathetic one.
A Disney princess, yeah. They're so fucking mad. They get so fucking weird.
Well, okay. Hold on a second, Foodie. Let's humor this for a second. If you're willing to humor, if he's your quote handsomest man, and he's as handsome as you say that he is, right? Foodie always says how handsome he is. Then why shouldn't he be with a beautiful woman, right? Why not? If he's so handsome, then why are you so shocked that he would be with a woman who's beautiful? I mean, she may be a drawing, but if he's so handsome, why not?
Imagine. Okay, can we just dissect this? It's still
She
pathetic
edits a
snots and
lot.
trots. Fucking weirdo fucking people, man. Wow.
Especially when she does photos, she doesn't, her videos, she doesn't abuse filters as bad as some, but on her photos, you can always see how clearly edited and just, they look like some of the pictures that she posted on her channel in the past, they look more like drawings.
They have no life, I know. Why not put your real self? Who looks like that? I know. Couldn't even shell out a few bucks for it. Yeah. And oh, he was looking at my profile. Who cares? Fuck, if you followed each other on TikTok, who gives a shit? He's blocked your ass now, bitch. Seriously.
Doesn't she sound so secure? I thought you were divorced, by the way.
So fucking hilarious. If you're trying, I'm just going to tell you, if you're trying to make me jealous, it'll never in a million years work. In a million years.
You sound really yeah, exactly like Looney Tunes is saying here. You look jealous right this second, Foodie. You sound super jealous right now.
Sorry. Whatever. I'm not jealous of AI and of a non-sexual simple conversation. I mean, I went online and talked to you, including all my haters and all of you guys, outing the most personal things about him. And he just messaged back one person. Who cares?
What a wonderful relationship. I went online and I shared the most embarrassing things about him, and he still is only talking to one other person. Well, there you go. I mean, if that's not what a strong relationship is, I've never seen one.
Not me. Hey, Lynx, if we're talking or not is not your business. Why the fuck is that your business? Can you give me one good reason why it's...
Why it's that person's business? Because they're a beezer and you've promised them content about you and Salah and they're paying for that content. So that's why it's their business.
It's your business. And you're never going to know if I'm talking or not. You're never going to know.
We're going to know the moment she tells us, which is going to be any second.
Seriously. Never. Never gonna know. You're never gonna know. Ever again, anything about who I'm with, ever again. So, at least not for now, for a long time.
At least not now. At least even she realized how dumb that was.
Thank you.
Now we're
Yeah,
getting
it
into the
does.
rage.
The état mental is psycho. You know? And Dinky, I'll share whatever the fuck I want. If one day I fight with my husband and come online and talk about it, and then the next day I make up with him, that's not your business.
What? So, but going online and telling everybody is literally making it their business. If you fight with your husband and don't tell anybody, then you could say it's nobody's business.
Like, who are you to tell me how to live my life? Why do you care? Seriously.
Why do you beezers
know?
care? Why
It
do you
don't matter
beezers
if I
care
air
what
out the
do?
business one day and the next I don't. I have that right in my own life to keep what I want private when I want. Here they come, just like, I know. That's their life. Like, seriously. God. It's my life, my right to say what I want anytime I want, and I'm allowed to live it anyhow I want to, and I'm allowed to have anybody I want in my life. So, yeah. What is this rumor that he only comes around on payday is fucking stupid. Because I didn't have YouTube for how long? Months. He helped me when I needed help with the rent. And who says he's even around? What are you even fucking talking about? Fucking idiots, man. Stupid.
So Foodie's like, what's this rumor he only comes around when the money's due? Well, because frankly, you know, what else could you even have going on? Like, you don't have anything in common with the guy. You don't even seem to like him. You go off on him every chance you get. You said you're divorced. You don't live together. What relationship is it that you have, Foodie?
Who put the idiot trash bat signal out? Yup. Yeah. The fucking loser of YouTube. I hope her channel gets deleted. I'm gonna fucking report it every second. Dumb bitch.
So unaffected.
Dumb bitch.
So unaffected.
Dumb Freddie Mercury looking bucktooth fucking bitch.
She's so
You can
unbothered.
go too. See you later. Bye.
Totally
Come out wherever
unbothered.
you are now so I can block your fucking asses and move on with my life. I don't know what you're trying to do. Insinuating he's cheating when, I'm sorry, but that fucking text message on fucking TikTok DM is nothing.
Yeah, those messages from him to other women saying he deserves better, those are nothing.
Like 2 messages months and months apart that he showed me, nothing. And then blocking your ass because who wants a fucking loser, dumb bitch who can't even show her normal self, who is looking for...
The messages he showed me are nothing. I love that. The messages he showed me are nothing. The ones he did show me, I mean, so what? Maybe those are bad, but the ones he showed me are absolutely nothing.
clout. Nobody. And I don't give a shit what's on Twitter. Why would I care? I don't have a Twitter. You dumb fucks talk to yourself all day.
She's
You're
so
pathetic
angry.
losers. Seriously. Like, I don't know how people don't see that. Like, if you're on Twitter all day, making up AI situations on someone who doesn't even fucking see it, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. Seriously. Pathetic. It's quite dramatic. I'm just addressing what, you know?
Shaking
Like,
with
seriously.
rage.
That's all I have to say about it, actually.
You got another 40 minutes of stuff to say.
And I don't know how people, like, are so bothered, like, to try to find out if we're talking or not. Like that's some kind of, like, bad thing. Like, how many people fight with someone and make up? Like, you know what I mean?
Foodie, it's not that. It's that Salah, you said his family are a bunch of what? A bunch of inbred dogs? That all of his ancestors are inbred dogs? That that his whole bloodline is trash and they should all go to hell? I mean, she just was so disgusting and vile. Like, I don't even like repeating it. Like, and I normally don't care about language. Like, I don't make a big deal. I don't get easily offended. But that was just really, like, disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting, unprecedented.
Twitter is very, yes.
I mean, what worse could you say?
Well, you don't have to care, snots and trots. It's not your fucking life. Do you ever wonder why you're so pathetic that you're so invested in somebody's fucking life that you don't know? And in this situation, this fight, I was the one who was wrong. I freaked out and fucking went off. You're just trolling to start drama. It's fucking obvious. So, like, seriously.
What is really bothering Foodie? What is really bothering Foodie? Because it's going to come out at some point. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Because she has been raging on, and the subject has shifted. It was Tracy. It was the first target. Then it was Salah. Then she backed it off. Now she's going off on the Beezers and the reactors. She has been rage-adexing this last week, and there must be something really upsetting her. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Is it just Salah talking to the other woman? Is that it? I don't think that's enough.
Anyway, boring, same old shit. Can't get any reaction, can't get any drama, so they have to go make up stuff. Have fun. You can even make up a whole new girlfriend for him if you want. I don't care. Go for it. I'm just laying it out and letting you know that you're pathetic. That's all. It's not a flex that you think it is. Having AI. Seriously. I can do that to any one of your boyfriends. Put an AI picture with someone. They're proud of themselves because they think you don't know.
You probably do. I bet Foodie is the type of person to take a picture of somebody else's boyfriend and like put herself in the picture with him.
Yeah. The cartoon girlfriend, I know. What, Elsa? Elsa, okay. Put a hijab on Elsa, exactly.
Well, Elsa looks more real than some of the pictures you've said are you. I mean, Foodie has passed off pictures that looked more artificial than Elsa.
Exactly. Let it go, let it go. How about you sing that to yourself in the morning when you're putting your makeup on? Really weird, really weird. Like, I've honestly, I don't know if it's just me, I've never met people like this in my life. I've never encountered such strange, parasocial, adult people who are like, defying gravity. I hate that song now because
he has to be. Because if his family like heard that rant, there's no way they would be okay with him associating with her. Like I just can't imagine that they would be okay with that in any way. I'm an American. I'm a modern guy. I'm not somebody who's traditional or who's like has like or believes very strongly in like traditional honor and that kind of stuff. And I am like offended. I would be like pissed. So I can only imagine how they feel.
Defying gravity. Seriously. That person is just trying to be like, it's so pathetic. I would be embarrassed. She used to be a follower and supporter. And now she's blocked. Blocked. No one's looking at your profile picture, honey. You're blocked. Yeah. She has no photos, only AI. On her TikTok? To show yourself.
Yeah, right? She already has AI pictures of herself with her own boyfriend. She doesn't need to make them with somebody else's.
Block people, just make new accounts, okay? And if they come at me sideways again, they get blocked and blocked and blocked. Chocolate salty ball.
Cracking me up tonight.
And that's not a flex, making another account. Like, why would you want to go out of your way to harass somebody and be annoying? Like, are you proud to harass people? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, I got her. Like, are you proud of making somebody, like, pushing somebody to an emotional limit of trying to make someone rage? Like, I don't understand what your fucking flex is.
It's not someone, Foodie. It's you. It's not about making somebody rage. That would be psychotic. It's about people who really don't like you taking out their anger on you. At least I think that's what it is. Maybe for some people it's deeper, but I gather that for a lot of people, they just don't like you.
Imagine meeting someone and their hobbies is making hate videos every day about this one girl. It's totally weird. It's totally weird. It was me. Yeah, well, Fiona, they're pretty invested in Salah for people not interested. Miserable people wanting to spread misery. Exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't even think to AI myself into a photo of another man. Yeah.
Yeah, she AIs herself into her own photo with Salah.
Seriously. Sorry, but I don't have to AI because I'm pretty enough.
She doesn't have to AI because she already has AI pictures. I love it. I don't have to AI. I just use regular filters. Foodie. You're
AI myself beside a man. Thank you. Confidence makes them pissed. I don't know why, but I don't know. It says a lot about you. You know what I mean? Oh, don't get my goat carefree because I'm that confident. I'm just letting them know how pathetic they look in case they obviously don't know because why would they do that, right?
As much as I'm cracking on Foodie here, I'll give her a little respect. At least she's giving content to her beezers. This kind of rage, I think they enjoy that. Rosie doesn't even give her audience this.
Reprimand channels. What you do wrong and what they do right. I know. They're so pathetic. Yes, indeed.
Just gives
Yeah,
me
I look
guilt.
pathetic. I'm the one on Twitter all day inventing situations. of someone else, obsessing about someone else's life. No, I live my own life, thank you. I wake up and I don't even think of these idiots. Like, not even a blink of, like, not even like for a second. Can they say the same? No. So who's winning?
He just thinks about food. I was gonna say, I think Foodie has such a fog mentally from all the from the blood sugar and just from all the over-the-counter medications that she takes. I think that's why she doesn't think of much.
Yeah, exactly. Toxic negativity. The weirdest ones are the ones who post videos or pics comparing themselves to Chantal. So pick me coded. And I don't even see it. They're talking to themselves. That's what I'm saying. That's pathetic. Like, why waste your life this way? You get one. These are people who need God. This is an example.
That's reasonable.
When you have purpose and belief in something better, you don't act like a total twat online. Everyone acting like their shit don't. I know. They want a rage. Just blow them a kiss.
And best of all, this is the messages that Salah showed her. Now, I don't want to, make anybody think that I'm a devious guy, but I do know some tricks that devious guys would use. And I guess devious people in general would use. And one of them is having a second phone, where you have one phone that you show to the person who you want to mislead, and then you have a second phone with the secret details on it. Yeah, sometimes people do that. Women too. Foodie, the phone that he showed you might not be the only one. Just saying.
More action than you're getting in your AI life. Let's go to a cemetery. I don't have a car.
Exactly. She's blocked on that account. Doesn't mean he can't have another.
They all have really dumb, messed up backgrounds. Like, you're jealous? Oh, of the thing, yeah. You'd be using it all the time, eh, Teardrop? Someone is so lonely, they make that stuff up. Yeah, I don't feel bad for them, though. But yeah. It's really sad and embarrassing. Oh, excuse me. They like being mean and cruel. It's true. Yep. No, I'm being blocky. I'm lonely and I'm not doing that pathetic crap. Yep. Good people usually don't. Hey, Biza. How's it going? How's it go? Would you like to have a dog? No. Actually, I would like to have a multitude of pets, but I'm not in the place for that right now. I'm not that kind of person. Me neither. And I'm not raging because I'm bothered by what these people like.
I have to agree, Wookie. I don't like to put like a big deal in the people, when they age, they start to look bad as they age. I think it's possible to age gracefully, at least to a point. I don't think that just because you turn 40, you start looking bad. I don't think that's, or even if you turn 50, or even people are even looking good into their 60s now. So I don't want to just say that just because she's getting older, that's automatically why she's not looking, why she's looking worse than she used to. I think it's a few factors, but I think we can agree that whatever youthful looks Foodie once had are fading fast.
Honestly, I don't care. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the internet if I cared so much. I would be all day replying to their shit, like all day looking at Twitter, wherever they do their business. I don't know, wherever they take their dumps. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm secure in myself. I'm secure in my life.
No, you're not.
And I have my followers of Beezers. That's all I need. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that I don't have to be a big fat piece of miserable crap online to
What?
earn a buck. Okay, so
Hold on. I want everybody to hear that, because that might be the most diluted thing she says. At least she said up to this point.
A big fat piece of miserable.
What was that?
That's all I need. I'm so grateful for that.
She's grateful for having her Beezers. That's all she needs, because
I'm grateful that I don't have to be a big fat piece of miserable crap online to earn a buck. Okay, so
that is blatant projection, Foodie. You have to be a miserable piece of crap online to earn a buck. Or, well, maybe you don't have to be, but you sure enjoy doing it.
Oh, you know what I mean? I don't have to like obsess over other people's lives. I live my life. And I'm just pointing out, like,
seriously,
if you think you're going to get to me with some AI bullshit, whatever you're trying to microanalyze, like, I don't care. I don't give a crap. I don't. You're not going to get to me with anything Salah related. It's just not going to happen. So,
yeah, in fairness, this rage is nothing new from Foodie. It's just an especially good rage. But she does this kind of stuff at least once a month.
not going to get info. You're not going to ever find out about anything. So keep trying. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, have at it. Live your life. Whatever fucking makes you feel seen and validated. Go for it. They're superior because they used to be 500 pounds but lost 200 with medical intervention and face no scrutiny of their claims. They're at the vet every month because they're vigilant with tens of thousands of dollars set back for each vet. Right?
I don't know about all that other stuff. I think it sounds like you're talking about somebody in specific who I'm not aware of. But I'll just say that in general, losing weight, it does not automatically make somebody a great person. But losing weight is an accomplishment. It's a form of, getting yourself healthier, improving your health. And it does require dedication. So I think it's at least worth, some respect on that level. But I think it's worth even more when we consider the person who we're comparing it to here. We're talking about Foodie Beauty, possibly the most unsuccessful dieter in history. So for her to talk about anybody else losing weight and denigrating anybody else's weight loss, she is one of the few people who I will not accept that from.
They do. They take this like moral superiority high ground, and they apparently, remember the Feetken weirdo? She was a hater before, and she did a video that Yo Mama made fun of. It was her showing body shots and being like, there's no way you're 330, Foodie Beauty. I'm 330. Like, bitch, we can both be 330. You're built different. I'm built different. It's just they can never admit when they're wrong. And the scale is an example of that. I've weighed myself in 3 different countries, including doctors' offices.
Okay. We saw, I don't know anybody here, I'm not sure who here now was here when I did the Thailand stream a year, maybe 2 years ago now. But I remember her going to that 7-Eleven with the scale outside. I think it was a 7-Eleven. They had a scale outside. She didn't actually stand on it until the number cleared. She stepped on it and then she immediately stepped right back off. She doesn't allow the scale to weigh her accurately. She is so full of crap on this. It is just so infuriating. If I was the kind of person to get upset, this would upset me. Foodie, you're blatantly lying, and you're using your lies as evidence of somehow telling the truth. This is blatant crap.
And that's still not good enough for these morons.
It's not good enough
So
because
you know
it's a lie.
I don't envy your brain
It's a
cell
lie.
loss, okay? I don't envy that. There's nothing to envy about this. So keep taking your moral high ground, whatever you got to do to sleep at night and wake up, and keep taking a dump somewhere on the internet. Nobody cares. I don't know if you noticed, but we bees here. We don't care. Okay? Like, seriously. The one that wants to wear her skin is built like the Tweedle twins. Yep, she looks like a Tweedle twin. You nailed it. Eggs. The hell am I going to be jealous about her for?
Foodie hasn't seen 330 in years.
FF Hollowitz, yeah. Oh, wow, she gets a few thousand more viewers than me. Ooh. Yeah, and she lives in a shithole smoke box, looking like the fucking Tweedle twins, and sounds like the Wicked Witch of the East and West. So jealous. The car, no, not tomorrow. Her voice sounds like she gargles sand.
In fairness, I'm not going to say that every reactor is an amazing person or entertaining or anything like that. But I think that if you're going to compare them one-on-one with Foodie, most of them come out looking pretty decent.
Yeah, just let them stay living in their cess slime pools. They all live off one brain, I swear. It's true. There's like a big shit, and then there's all like the family tree line with their heads attached. It's all, and the poop just goes to each of them. And that's where they come up with their thoughts.
They're like a hydra. I think that's a much better analogy.
Okay. And then the funny thing is that now they're all going to scurry over to their little platforms and be like, look how nasty she is. She raged. Who was the one sending emails trying to get to this point? You want attention? You got it. Enjoy your 5 minutes. Bye. Don't call me nasty after I freak you get what you're looking for. Trying to involve yourself in a marriage or whatever nasty crap you're trying to do. Yeah, Dilbo. Emailing pictures, AI pictures. Pathetic. Oh, shoot, Island Dragonfly. I almost dropped my eggs when I heard vegan. Her and friggin' Time Spoken can go take a trip. Goodbye. I don't want people around me in my circle who were extremely nasty to me at one point. Like,
Same here.
Dylan Sprout. Oh, Dill.
Needs to be an
Sanctimonious
independent third party.
I don't know how anyone listens to that palaver. You know? No, I didn't imply that. I didn't say that. How did I imply that?
Darn right,
I never
Wookie.
said he did anything. Thin skin baby.
Foodie's getting older, but it's really the diet and the stuff that's really killing her, right? Because she's not that old.
He's a loser.
She's not that old yet.
Yeah. They keep coming back. It's never ending. They have no life. This is pathetic. He does look like he just jumped out of a Lucky Charms. He looks like the inside of a bitten pepperoni stick. Unfortunately, losers like this will always exist in life, right? So, nothing you can do about it. You got your fix, losers?
Oh, and I saw some show. I want to cover it, but I feel like it's going to get copyright struck. It was some like 8-minute video about some guy who got like 4 BBLs. It is just like one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Like this guy spent $100,000 on plastic surgeries, and he just barely even looks human at this point.
Happy with this little mini rage that you're going to call a rage, whatever. I hope you're happy. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Fucking pathetic. It's going down. Mild rage. Like, seriously. A coffee? Oh, let's bees. A stern talking to. Yeah, I do have an exfoliant in the shower that I use once in a while. My skin is like red, but it looks greasy, but it's my serums.
Somebody in the chat called her out. I said it too. Foodie's skin today is looking bad. And I usually remark that you know, her filters usually do a pretty good job. But her filters are not filtering today. Or maybe she forgot to turn them on, because that's not looking good.
Can't steal my joy. Never. Look at these more.
You don't have any. You got no joy to steal, Foodie.
These friggin' creatures from the bog. You think they're gonna like? Would you let someone like that steal your sunshine? Hell no.
I wouldn't even steal your moonshine.
Never, ever, ever, ever. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind being talked about. Whatever. You know, my chin hairs are growing back. I gotta wax them. And if anyone, I don't even have to read your people's emails, like even like 2 words. I know you're full of shit. Block. Have fun wasting your life. I don't care. Positive. I don't even know why people are coming at me with like, he's talking to other people. No proof, no fucking proof. But anyways, why you're just assuming that we're talking. And
I think that people are coming at you because you were so disgusting the other day about what you said about Salah, that even people who don't like him want to see him get a little bit of revenge on you. Just for the way that you talked about him the other day, because it was just so nasty.
the last fight we had nothing to fucking do with that. Nothing. So I don't know why people are all like, it's not your life, it's not your relationship. Who fucking cares? Why
it's not your relationship either.
If I'm watching someone and they want to be with someone for whatever reason, I don't care. It's not my life. You know what I mean? Like, get a life. Like most paragraphs, bye, have fun. I hope that you took a long time to write your stupid emails. I hope it took you a long time. Yeah. And no, I'm not worried about his cousins. I was wrong and stupid and paranoid for nothing. Okay?
She's not worried about his cousins. And first of all, that's just such a distasteful thing to discuss anyway. Like, why even go there, Foodie?
Thank you. And that's all I'm going to say. How do they have so much time on their hands, man? I don't have a life and I still don't have the time for that. I like feeling this 5 o'clock shadow. Anyways.
Foodie, as always, bringing her personal hygiene or lack of it onto the camera for us.
Yep, I had dinner already. Spag bowl and garlic bread. Hey, Pink Coral. So Salah sent me a video. First of all, her TikTok is a fucking Disney princess AI. He showed me a video of the entire conversation with this bitch. Okay?
And it couldn't possibly be that he only showed you the bits he wants you to see, of course.
Look how obsessed she is. Whoops, hold on.
Oh, let's go back and see that.
Okay. Look how obsessed she is.
I was the one who gave her FFG address and phone number a couple months ago. I am genuinely worried about her mental health. This is the live she blocked me. The words she spoke about Islam were very concerning the first 45 minutes.
Whoops. Hold on. Fuck, hold on.
Genuinely want to help her. I believe if she had an imam and a mosque to go to and be around others who could help guide her better, it would help her. However, I do not feel she wants any help and only seems to listen to you. I'm in agreement. The way she's been going off on everyone the past several days is very much like how she was when she was going, quote, crazy in Syria. At least that is how she said it the other day in the live. I wish no harm to her. Just wish she'd allow people to help her. She sounds very manic and stressed out. I'm sorry to say it. Vacation is not going to help her, and she'll go back to this once she goes back home. I hope this makes sense. Thank you for being kind and trying to help her and understanding others like myself want the best for her too and are only trying to help. C'est la vie. This woman sounds really nice. Like, I mean, if she's trying to, like, get to know Salah better, I think she's doing a good job of it. And in fairness, Salah and Foodie are divorced. They were never together anyway, but if they ever were, they're divorced. Why can't he talk to another woman? Why does he have to stay, alone forever?
The blue is him. And this was an old man.
I will tell her to unblock you. I absolutely agree. I truly hope she listens to you and realizes there are good people, genuinely want to help her. And I guarantee with peaceful guidance, she'll be so much better. Thank you so much. This is like really mild and inoffensive conversation.
Message. Like, I already showed you guys what he...
Sorry about you and Chantel. Unfortunately, it's likely for the best. She doesn't want to live in Syria, and you can't get to Canada without her debts being paid. I understand where she's coming from. She defends you. But it seemed like a one-sided relationship. She was just asking not to be excluded in family events because you to her were her family. So I get it. Her saying the Muslim faith is a cult is really upsetting to me, as I was looking to her as an influencer who was a revert to the Muslim faith, but I knew she didn't have it in her heart. She did it all for...
Applied. Look how much he...
Living with her is unbearable, which I get. I lived with her and him. This is something about her own personal life now.
He's fucking writing to him.
I am not going to go back to her after she insulted my family for no reason. This is for sure, because my family never mentioned her before, now, or later. I hate toxic, dramatic, and negative relationships like this. Especially, I have tried many times to help her, but whatever. She chooses this path. Good for her. Each of us can live this life. No problem. Salah is pathetic that he's going back to Foodie after this.
She chooses this path. Good for her. Each of us can live his life. No problem. Yeah, sure. I deserve better. Thanks, my friend. Thanks. And then he blocked her. But look at how fucking crazy this bitch is. Yep. Look at what she writes. And then, okay, wait. He wrote this. This was like a long time ago. I already talked to her, and we will see how it goes. Thanks for your concern.
Welcome in, Angelina Ballerina. Hopefully you're having a great evening. We're probably winding it down soon, but I hope you're having a great night. Thank you for coming in. We're just covering a little bit of Foodie to close it out tonight. She has a really great rage here. Only post another link to the video I'm using. This is from a channel called Looney Foodie Beauty, formerly known as the Looney Tubes. Great clips channel.
So that was the only conversation after all these paragraphs. And then the other one was recently, which I showed you. Look at that. That's insane. That's insane. You are a weirdo. You need help.
Great point.
Why are you messaging someone's husband trying to put ideas in their head that I need help, that I'm weird, that like you have Salah Novi. Salah V means life is life.
Oh, okay. Elizu, I was not aware of that. We got a little tip from Elizu here. Apparently this Salah V person contacting Foodie is something of an online personality themselves. So this might not be so genuine as I had hoped. Oh, I missed a bunch of comments here earlier. Yep, exactly. Great stuff, everybody. Yeah, I think you're right, Elizu. I agree with you there. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Salah moving on to another woman, but getting in between Foodie and Salah is very different from talking to somebody who's out of a relationship. I mean, he could say that he's divorced, but clearly he's still messing with Foodie.
Salah Novi. I was the one who gave her FFG's address and phone number. Oh yeah, okay, I do have FFG, so she doxed FFG. Sorry to say it, a vacation isn't going to help her as she'll go back to this once she goes back home. I hope this makes sense. Thank you for being kind and trying to help her and understand others like myself want the best for her too. Oh, really? You have a real back-ass-words fucking way of showing... These people are nuts. I really care about her, but then blah, 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 blah. I can't. You people like this need to stay the fuck away from me. Because
These kind of people deserve each other. They all feel very two-faced. All these, people who get involved with the girl worlders directly, they usually are just a step removed themselves, like Elizu mentioned.
I will fucking make sure you do. I genuinely want to help her. It's not your place, okay, bitch? It's not your place to involve yourself in someone's life who doesn't want you in it. I don't want your help.
That's fair.
So kindly F off. Okay?
That's actually a fair point.
I go to the PD and make a case. Yeah, I'm on the verge. And all he replies after that, I see what you mean. This is in February. This is the messages in February. I see what you mean. And about Islam, she need guidance and be around good, peaceful environment, not the haters and toxic social media. Anyway, I'll talk to her about that. Thanks again for your concern. Okay, I'll tell her to unblock you. Like, hey, fuck off, you know? And then absolutely more and more. Oh my God. Walls of paragraphs. I don't believe they're sincere, my ass. If you were so sincere, you wouldn't be posting on Twitter with insults and making clout for it. You wouldn't be making it public.
And the more I think about it, there's really just no good reason to contact Salah. I mean, how desperate can somebody be, right? Like, how desperate can a woman be that she's going to be trying to get Salah, of all people, right? Like, that is pathetic, the more I think about it.
You're completely a clout chaser. You're full of crap. Just own that. You own what you are. That you're a pathetic loser clout chaser. And blocked at the end of it. Blocked.
And when I say pathetic, Salah's pathetic, a big part of that is the fact that he keeps allowing Foodie to treat him and disrespect him like this. You know, there's a lot of things that can make somebody pathetic. And I think that the most pathetic thing is the way he tolerates all this disrespect toward him and his family.
She probably has a dozen prison pen pals. These are the crazy people I have to deal with. Hey, Cocoa Pickles. Yeah, I mean, obviously, she reached out to him in February for me to...
Being involved with Foodie at all is pathetic, and doing this whole fake marriage thing is pathetic. But the fact that he's not even willing to break it off is probably the most pathetic of all.
Unblock and saying all this stuff about me, and that she's concerned about me, and then, you know, he wrote that little paragraph back. I'll ask her, what's your name on there? I'll ask her to unblock you, blah, 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 you know? She would be dedicated pen pal, though. Yeah, of course he kept her blocked. Anyways. Why would anyone want to talk to a weirdo like that?
Well, I'm starting to just get a little
sleepy. She has no
sleepy.
pictures of herself anyways. It's all AI princess and friggin' Disney. Salah meds. Salah no V. I vaguely remember the name being... When things like this happen, no wonder you can be anxious and paranoid. Like, they all, like, after, like, they get a reaction like this, which I really should not give, but it's just, like, they all go and scurry and, like, oh, yay, look what I have. It's like they friggin' got a golden ticket or something. It's really sad. It's like they pat each other on each other's friggin' backs for going real life or, you know.
No. All right, Foodie. I think it's a good place to stop it. Pat each other on the back, but not for going real life. No reactor do I know, or do I support. I'll say it like that. I'm not a fan of any reactor who encourages going IRL. And I don't think many people are. So I don't know where Foodie's getting that from. We're going to wind it down here. I'm getting tired, but I've had a lot of fun tonight. You folks have been a fantastic audience, as always. I had a lot of fun covering Foodie's rage. I feel like I don't cover Foodie enough anymore these days, but she has gotten a little repetitive at times. But this was a good rage. This was good to cover. And Rosie tonight was definitely the topic du jour. So with that said, thank you everybody for coming in. Very much appreciate you all. And let me say goodnight. Good night, Capricorn. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Oh, and thank Hippie Easter for the resubscription. Welcome, and thank you, Angelina Ballerina, for coming in tonight. Hopefully you're having a great night yourself. Thank you, Nutty. Good night. Good evening. Thank you. Well, yes, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this channel. Thank you so much, Elizu. Yes, good night, everybody. Good night if anybody I missed. Anybody watching the replay. Wookie Lover, good night to you. And good night, Jamie. Yeah, I need my bedtime. My beauty sleep. Good night, everybody. Hopefully you all have a great evening and have some fun, have a snack, or have some sleep. But either way, enjoy it. Good night, everyone.